Well, you switch on over.
That's how we started. Yeah. Hey, Vampire Logan here. We are here to play D&D, some 5e Eve of Ruin, episode 13. Yeah, I guess take it away, Jess.
Hey. I'm gonna throw the ball right back to you, and because we're gonna hear about how you found your special magic item.
Oh crap! I wrote something out and now it has disappeared.
I wrote something out, eh? Seen that.
Steve Martin found his special purpose.
The dog ate my homework. Okay, I will just do it from memory. I did just read it, so I should be able to do it.
Cool.
All right. Jules was traveled his way back from the what's the Shattered Isle called?
The Fortunate Isle.
The Fortunate Isle. With all of his friends. But as they kind of arrived at the I don't know, did they sail from there to Waterdeep, or was it just somewhere else in your world?
To you.
Okay,
Nobody else has made anything canon yet.
Let's say it's Waterdeep. And when people arrived, the group arrived in this giant city. There were so many things to do, so many distractions that we kind of separated for a while. And Jules took it upon himself to seek out, the usual crowds that he hangs out with down by the taverns near the coast.
Down by the bay?
Yeah, down by the bay. Have you ever seen a cat riding in a boat, wielding a scimitar? No, a rapier.
I cannot say I have.
Yes.
Anyway,
down
by the bay. So he was down at a tavern in the sort of swashbuckler, piratey kind of area of the town, by the docks, and
Yes, that thing that all towns have.
Yes, well, Waterdeep definitely has one. Not Skullport though; he wasn't that far down. And he had heard, he had a few drinks with some of his. He met some of his old shipmates from the what's the name of his mentor's ship?
Tusker?
Yeah, what was
the Golden Boot?
Was it the Golden Boot? Okay, so from the Golden Boot days, when it was still riding the high seas, and one of these fellows mentioned that his old rival Gasper, a fellow ne'er-do-well and sometimes pirate, had heard a rumor not too far from here of a powerful magic item, and Jules had a rivalry with this character for quite some time, until it came to an end in a duel which ended in a standoff on the ship, on the Golden Boot. Was it Golden Boot? Is that right? Yeah, whatever it was.
I think so.
Anyway, so they had this falling out, and Gasper left the crew at that time, and Jules had not seen nor heard of him since, and so he thought, wouldn't it be good to get back at him and also get to this item before Gasper did? So he quickly left on a quest to beat Gasper to the item, and so
basically just to be a dick.
What's that?
Basically just to be a dick?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sounds like it.
Well, Gasper was the dick. He started the duel. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna finish it.
All the rest of the crew agrees that it was Gasper's fault. That's why he left the crew. Anyway, but it is kind of a Jules character too. So he traveled to this location and found a dungeon with many traps that he managed to mostly outsmart, and using his wit and dexterity and skills to avoid most of the traps, managed to reach the treasure chamber, and there was no sign of Gasper. So with one final room to encounter, he stepped forward and saw that there was a glowing magical ring, and it was sitting just innocently on a pedestal. And so Jules thought, this must not be, there must be something to this. So he searched around, could see no sign of a trap, and sure enough, it did not seem to be trapped. So he went to go and gingerly nudged the ring onto his rapier, when at the same time his sword was crossed by Gasper's rapier. And they both touched the ring at the same time, and a duel ensued. They stepped back and fought as they had in the past, swinging their rapiers. And Gasper said, so it has been a long time, Jules. I was going to find you someday and kill you. And Jules said, I'm trying to do Jules' accent now. I do not think that's a good idea. And they engaged in a fight, and the fight extended around the room and up some stairs, and then one of them swung over onto a bar and swung around completely and flew to the ground. And then they both said, I am not left-handed, at the same time, and switched their weapon hand. Although they're both Jules uses two swords anyway, but whatever. It's pretty obvious. And they both said, yeah, I know. Because they already knew each other. So after this momentous battle, fighting almost to a standstill, Jules realized that he was not going to win just by sheer sword fighting skill. And so he saw that the ring was still on the plinth, or on the pedestal. And so he maneuvered himself by feigning some injury that he didn't receive, and stepped back towards the pedestal, and managed to get the ring onto his finger. And as Gasper approached him, he just called out to the power of the ring. I know he had to wait an hour to attune to it, but let's just skip that.
But don't worry about it. They talked
We
for
won't
like
worry
an
about
hour.
it.
It was crazy.
They
both agreed to take a little bit of a break because they were both a little winded, and they were like, all right, let's just sit down.
And so he got the ring on his finger and managed to cast whatever spell was in it, and it turned out to be Mirror Image. And so then 3 jewels appeared. And
oh god!
In the confusion, Gasper could not know which one to attack, and therefore Jules got the slight upper hand he needed to get around behind his opponent. And as Gasper turned around, Jules was able to whip out his rapier and disarm his opponent. And as Gasper's sword clattered to the ground behind Jules, Jules said, "And now it is time for me to take my leave." And being the hero that Jules is, did not kill his disarmed enemy, and managed to escape before Gasper could catch up with him, and using his incredible speed, got away with the prize, and without having to kill Gasper. And Gasper yelled out in anger, "I will get you, you filthy, filthy catto." Oh, that's not even... I don't know what his accent is. I was thinking French, but...
Well, it was bad French, but then you started speaking Spanish.
Yeah, I know. He's a bit of a mixed set of accents. Anyway, that is the story of Jules acquiring the Ring of Spellstoring.
Cool. Awesome.
And
that brings us...
you couldn't meet mine. You did good.
Well, I had some time this time to make that. At least an hour before this.
We got given this prompt like a month ago.
Homework.
Yes.
Most of it was just picking the item, really. Couldn't
Oh my god,
decide.
same. I took a fucking forever to do that.
Yeah.
Cool. That brings us up to date. We have everyone's items in play now.
Yay.
And with that, what happened last week?
What happened last week? Well,
What a great
well.
question
We had
that I
a
for sure know the answer to.
we had Cora's flashback. No, we didn't have Cora's flashback. We had
Yeah, we did.
Acacius's.
Acacia's flashback.
Oh, yeah.
We had the fight against the Death Salad.
Oh yeah, that's it.
We
Which-
fucking kicked its ass.
Which we kicked its ass, and oddly enough, the very first thing to fly was Shabakka casting Charm Monster on it, and it worked.
What the hell? I wasn't even expecting that to work.
Didn't see that coming, but it definitely did. It definitely did turn into a battle. He did his cloud kill right off the start, and that was
That was
shit.
the worst thing he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Things went quickly sour for him when that disappeared, but yeah. We did eventually
Oh,
beat him.
Fallon went right in there anyway.
Yeah.
We
yeah,
tried to
Fallon's
dispel
like,
it too, didn't we?
no,
we
I never
didn't
got a
get to-
chance.
it just-
I was going to dispel it, but I died too quick.
That's right.
And then I
Oh,
realized
yeah?
I didn't quite die. I wasn't quite dead yet.
Not dead.
Getting better.
I misunderstood. And then Shabak and I took a fly over to the next boat to see if what was going on and to see if we could find anybody else. And we found a big tree over there.
In the boat.
And I asked if it was Redbud because that's what the ranger had or druid had told us. Was he first mate?
It was
But
Red Bud.
anyways, no, Redbud.
I thought his name was
Yep.
Red Butt.
No, Redbud.
Okay.
And
Be
That's what
red
Sh-
after the ass kicking.
Davros.
That's what Shabakka
Davros
heard.
told us about Redbud, who had been part of the boat, and so anyways, we went. I started talking to it. It talked back to us. It had grown bigger and had been protecting Davros's blink dog,
Dog. Yeah.
and so
Oh,
we
can we get a map?
we got in and we had to fight some creatures. And that one I actually used Spirit Guardians and it just laid waste to these guys mostly. So
It was
that
pretty
was
great.
that worked out pretty great. And then we found out that the next ship, Shabakka flew over that one to start with. It was basically the prow was sitting on a still beating heart, giant heart,
Ugh.
and the mast is laying across it. So whatever this creature is, if this is Glaucus, it's still potentially not quite dead yet. Also,
Rough.
It was definitely weakly beating, but it was
still beating.
yeah, still beating.
Uh,
It's had better days.
it's had yeah, I think it's had better days. If this is what the god looked like to start with, oh my.
Ugh,
What
ugly.
else? They had tracked Glaucus here using a lodestone that detected the piece of the rod. So if we can find the lodestone, we should be able to find the rod. So that was a thing. And the chamber that protects the lodestone, we found out had 2 magical wards on it. One was in the stateroom in the first mate's stateroom.
Mhm.
And the other wasn't sure. And the captain, if we can find him / her, apparently knows a way to dispel him. So we'll do that. If we do come across the captain, we're supposed to mention the Neverwinter incident. And hopefully the captain will help us. What else? We found out that the Redbud, the tree ant, maybe, loves praise. It's all about hearing praise.
Mhm. Didn't we
what
also turn him into like a little thing so we could bring him back
No,
over to the
I thought we
We're going
talked
to?
about we were going to. We couldn't because Shabakka was still an eagle.
right, and we want to check out the last boat first.
And we need to check out the last boat. Yeah. And then the other thing that we found out is the Akasa is the guy's dog who has a gem collar that allows the dog to speak to us. Which is pretty great.
Yeah.
I am Doug.
Blink
Uh,
dogs
Dog.
naturally have an intelligence of 10, so like it's only their vocal cords that prevent them from speaking.
True.
So
Nice.
the gem does that. It doesn't bestow any intelligence. It's just
Yeah. And then at
Awesome.
the end we flew Akasa back and gave Davros' dog back, and they were happy. Yay! And then today.
Here we are. So you guys, are you still in the stern section after returning the dog?
Two of us are. We're just
Okay.
returning the dog, and we'd fly back to everybody else.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Everybody's still here, I think.
How long do we have on those forms?
I've 4 hours now at my level, so
Right, so that's plenty.
Mine was already done. I just flew back with Shabakka
yeah.
to return the dog because it made Ramses feel good. There's not many things in this world that make people
Also,
feel good.
because somebody
anymore.
needed to make sure the dog stayed on the eagle's back.
That
and
too,
didn't
yeah.
fall.
He had to give the big salad.
The blink dog is like leaning to the side around your head, and its head can be in the wind, and it's got its tongue lolling out.
Can we name him Doug?
Right?
I have a name. I like my name.
All right. Anyways, we return the dog, and then we fly back to our friends.
Okay. So you once again on this on the starboard section with the lifeboat crashed into it. Anything else you want to do here?
We already played out the scene to returning the dog, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
Nothing more for this section. Then what's next?
Before we get started, I just want to say I haven't been able to upload any of the videos because I have to be able to clear all of the backlogged stuff that Twitch is now requiring us to remove. So I have 1,700 hours worth of stuff I'm supposed to get rid of before I can actually do another highlight. So it might be a while before we see the next episode uploaded to YouTube, unless I just run out of time and just push it there and edit on the other
Just
side.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try and clean that up this week or something. Anyway, back to the game.
Cool. Yeah. So after that, what's next?
Well, we got to get to the front of the
The
boat.
last section.
Next ship part.
How do you plan on doing that? You've got one flying animal right now.
Do we want to take short rest?
No. Man, let me
Does
see here.
anyone gain anything from that?
I thought we already had.
We
No,
did.
yeah, the only thing that's going to help me out is a long rest. I'm totally
Same
out of
with me.
spells.
Fallon is good.
Yep. I'm down. Hold on. Let's see.
Cora is fine as well.
I've got 1, 4, 1, 3, 2 2s. So I've still got some spells, but not a lot.
I'm full steam ahead.
Okay. I've got a lot of spells, but I could... Jess, if I rest while I'm in animal form, do I regain a wild shape? So...
I don't know.
I think I do.
Interesting question. I mean, it's not that far. We could just walk.
So it's difficult walking, but you
Yeah,
can.
but we could also investigate this thing. It says that one square is 100 feet, so that's 100 feet and a
250-ish.
little bit more. Yeah, that's not that far considering that.
Is the map live right
yeah,
now?
but
Yep.
Yes.
this territory is kind of not great, right?
All right.
So
Yeah,
what-
so I described it as like there'd be difficult climb rolls to get across it, and falling would hurt.
yeah, why don't we just fly across? I'm still in eagle form. I probably can't even be talking, but I'm still in eagle form, so I'm just like miming flapping.
You could squawk.
Yeah, I can.
You can do the Morse code squawking.
How many people can you do?
I think we said 3 at a time. So I can just go drop off the 3, come back, get the others, and go again.
Who goes first?
I'll go over.
I think it was it 3? Might have been. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was 3, and then I think he went back for Sasha last time.
Yeah, that's how we did it. It was.
Well, I think it's normally Cora that goes last.
So,
Oh, because she
one-
has 2
I think
extras. To
it
bring
was
us in.
Fallon and Ramses that weren't first. That I know.
Yeah.
I think it's you plus 2. I think it's you and you
No.
can carry 2.
We did 3.
Yeah, it doesn't
before.
matter because
Yeah.
it's
No,
still
it's
the same.
2 because I'm pretty certain that it's you carrying. It was Ramses and Fallon were the first 2 you carried over.
And then when
Right,
you
and,
polymorphed me into an eagle, it was me plus Fallon and Cora.
Okay, well, it's whatever
It's just 2
you
each
want to
time.
say it is,
Yeah.
Jess. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, guys, and one thing I didn't
Still
write
worse.
on here is there are arcane books on the shelf, 2 pieces of parchment, inkwells. I don't remember if we finished looking into that room.
Oh, with the
On
desk,
this
with the
piece
desk,
or the previous piece?
with the desk, I
It
think.
was
This
here.
one, to where the dog was.
No, you did not.
Oh, then I guess we should do that.
I know we had started talking about that, and then I don't know how we got sidetracked. I don't remember.
Probably the dog.
Us getting sidetracked? How odd.
Never.
Shocking.
Isn't
That's
that
never
all we
happened
do?
before.
Need a search then?
All right, let's search that desk room then, and the other one, I guess.
Books and scrolls concerning arcane subjects pack the bookshelves here. Pressed against the wall is a redwood desk, atop which are clean sheets of parchment and 2 inkwells. And we had a decent-sized conversation about whether or not you could build that on a boat.
Cool, and how come the paper didn't move?
Mhm.
We did talk about that, yeah.
We did talk about the inkwells. That's why I remember it. It's like we
No, the
talked about
inkwells
the
are built into the desk. The paper,
Yep.
who knows?
magic leaded paper. Is there anything else in the room? Anything else in the desk? Or the
Give
bookshelf?
me
Carefully
an
search
investigation
this
roll.
desk over here, right?
Yes, that's right.
So yeah, I can assist
Not
somebody with
great.
the searching process.
Well, that would
Pretty
help.
good at
I
it.
got 14.
Okay. I'll search.
Go for it.
Fallon's not down there. She doesn't care.
21.
There you go.
Nice. That's a good one.
You discover a strongbox.
Ooh. Hey, here's a strong box.
It turns out to be hidden in a book called The Dissertations of an Abstruse Mind.
That is cool.
I want to
Ooh,
keep that.
nerd
That's
alert.
kind of cool. I don't
That
know
is
what's in the
cool.
strong box, but I think I like the strong box.
Who cares what's in it?
Hey, Jess, while they're doing this searching, since I'm an eagle, I'm just gonna cuddle up next to the tree and have a nap and get a short rest.
Perch in the tree.
Fallon doesn't fucking care about searching there, so she's up on the deck as well.
Okay.
Kind of surveying the area and trying to look towards where the next part of the ship is and everything.
Redbud looks at you, kind of like leaning against him, and like looks down, kind of like straightens up again, looking straight ahead. But a branch comes down, and he kind of like wraps it around you.
Aww.
Pat, pat, pat.
Yep. As you look out, Fallon, across this mass that's between you, You can see that there are other signs of you wouldn't necessarily call it life, but other signs that the whatever process this is going through isn't complete yet.
Okay.
Little things that just move slightly when they're, every so often. You don't see anyone. Nobody seems to come out onto deck on the other piece. It seems to be pretty quiet over there. You can see rip sharks in the water circling around this whatever it is island. I think that's about it.
I would like a clarification about one thing that I thought
Mhm.
we had learned. Were the rip sharks part of what's his face's plan?
He the Death Slot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he was luring creatures to this location as a way to keep people off guard and to allow everyone to be in enough danger that he could put his plan into motion.
So are the rip sharks his thing or part of Glaucus's whole shtick?
Roll nature, I think.
Oh, okay.
If I wasn't sleeping, I could help with that.
Well, that was almost an 18, but it was a 4. Fallon doesn't know shit.
Yeah, you're not sure. Yep.
Okay. Cool. I'll ask Cora about it later, if I remember.
So you have this strong box in your hand, Sasha.
Check it out and see if it's locked.
It is indeed locked.
Oh, man. All right. So I'm going to try my hand with my handy-dandy thieves tools.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
not gonna check for traps.
And completely munge it. Oh, man, these stupid things. I'm not built for this crap. It's someone else trying.
A burst of dust expels itself from the keyhole as you're picking it. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Gah. I guess I should have checked for traps, huh?
I would have told you
17.
so if I wasn't asleep.
And also an eagle.
But you were.
And also eagle.
Yeah.
Would the eagle symbol
so,
be for trap?
no damage, but you have the poison condition for 1 hour.
Well, now that's out of the way. Someone else want to try to open this thing up, or maybe...
Unfortunately, I think the only other person that could do it is Fallon, and she is not in that room.
Right?
Fallon, where are you?
You are looking a little ill. Maybe you should put it down. I think he has allergies, Ramses.
Apparently,
horrible
I
dust
don't have a
allergy.
dispel allergy.
And dispel allergy.
Allergies is strong enough to give you disadvantage on everything.
I was going to say, oh wait, I do have a Benadryl spell.
Honestly, that feels right.
That does sound like hay fever.
Is
It
Benadryl
really does.
lesser restoration or greater restoration?
I think lesser.
That's the restoration too. Let's see what it does.
You know what? It's funny. If I had a long rest, I would have lesser restoration.
I've got 2 of those.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I will use lesser restoration on him, and
You can also just wait and see if it goes away.
It will in an hour.
Okay, that's
an hour.
Yep. That's a long time.
That's a long time.
Because you get 2 people on.
Oops.
Yeah.
It's okay. If we get into a big battle, I've got lots of first level spells left.
Okay, your poison condition is cleared. And the trap is triggered.
Check it out and see if the trap reset itself or if it's done.
You may make an investigation roll on that.
Oh yeah, it's done.
Yeah. You got nothing. You got no idea. You still can't even see the trap. You know it's like it's there, but
well,
it's gotta be there.
Let's take it with us. How about that?
Yeah, someone else want to try this?
Try it again. try it again.
All right, fine. Let's take it back to the other part of the ship.
You should have done it before you got restored. Because you're not going to get any more poisoned.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah, true.
If you get
Okay, as you bring
again
the
now,
box up. Okay. Is anybody else?
Yes, Fallon can try.
Did you guys search this room?
Yes, that's the room.
Where we
Oh, I
found
don't
the
know.
link dog?
I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know where this room is. I just remembered that there was inkwells. Oh, it's over where Sasha is.
Yep.
Probably.
Can you see the ping?
Yeah, so no, you didn't search that room. That's where the dog was. You went in, you looked around. That's it. Speaking of which, I think I'll move the dog to its current location.
As my own dog relocates from his other former position to at my feet because he sees Christina's.
Cool. There he is. Okay, so Fallon, go ahead and I presume you're checking for traps first.
I mean, I can try. If it's investigation, it won't go well.
I can assist.
Make
If
it
it's
with
perception,
advantage.
it'd go way better. No, it's investigation. All right.
Can you, Sasha?
Well, that's an 8. And another 4.
Yeah, I thought not.
Not that I can assist very well.
I knew it wasn't gonna go well, so honestly, I wasn't even gonna bother.
I'm not sure,
Fair enough.
Do I
You
roll
just
to pick
I'm
it?
not sure if Sasha helped or
give
hindered.
it a shot. You go ahead and roll to pick it.
What do I roll?
Sleight of hand.
Oh hell yes! This I can kill. Yeah, that's a 28.
Boom. It opens. The trap does not go off a second time.
Awesome.
Hey!
Once again, don't know why I decided to give myself expertise in sleight of hand, but I have it.
Helpful. Good
Mhm.
today. The box
often.
contains a vial and a book, handwritten book.
Oh, boring.
Cora,
May I see that?
Yes, Fallon will absolutely hand that to Cora.
Is it written in blood?
Or wants to read it immediately.
It's combined. It's some entries in common and some in celestial. It appears to be a journal of experiments regarding the lodestone to find the piece of the rod.
Well, Cora can read Celestial, so she's gonna
Logan
flip through
Ramsey's
this.
oddly being a celestial.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, I think Fallon also can, and I don't know why. Yep, she can.
Wow.
Again, I made some choices that I do not understand.
Well, Fallon was young.
Yeah.
Had to pick an elective.
Had to pick
Yeah.
an elective, exactly.
Yeah, she got it from being a ranger, so.
So, yeah, there's a vial, and Cora, were you going to read that now?
Yeah, she'll flip through it as they're going to a new location or whatever we plan on doing it. But yeah, she's beginning to read it now.
One
Okay.
time in ranger school.
Okay, so anyway, who's got the vial?
Can someone identify?
Then I guess. Why?
I wouldn't probably expend a spell slot on something right now,
Oh
but
yeah.
No, I wouldn't
Right?
either.
can identify be cast as a ritual? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yes.
Really?
No, I
Yeah.
believe it can be.
I think we did
But
that before,
also,
and
I'm
maybe
pretty
the other
sure
campaign.
only clerics and wizards can do ritual spells. I think you need a feat to do it. Other classes that don't know for sure. Don't take my word for it. But
Druids can do it too.
yes, druids also. Yeah, that sounds right. Well, you're an eagle,
But it's
so-
only a bard
Yeah.
wizard spell.
I can't.
There's
yeah,
the
I
problem.
can't. I don't have that
Yeah, okay.
spell anyway.
It can be cast as a ritual, though, apparently. Actually, I don't know if this is 2024. No, it is. Yeah, okay. Cool. So yeah, so there's a vial, and yeah, after a few minutes, Shabakka flies off with a couple people to deliver them to the other thing, and you come up with a passphrase. There's a bunch of stuff in
Ooh.
here, but this is written by the captain of the ship, and the passphrase that you uncover that is to deactivate the runes is the phrase, "The moon sings a song for the lost," which is ridiculously topical.
Yep.
That's not. Cora's feeling something about that. Who knows? Okay. And I'm assuming she's normally the last one on the other side, so she finds this and she just has like a little moping moment on this side of the ship when she's alone.
And so I
Sasha's
think
there.
yeah. So Sasha and you will be going together in the second wave.
Ugh. Again.
Lovely.
Sorry, the moon sings a song for the
Lost.
lost.
For the lost. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean that is a really good passphrase for this campaign, but it's actually the one that's in the scenario too.
Oh, really?
Rawr.
Yeah.
Nice.
Incredible.
Meant
Cora's
to
feeling
be.
something about that.
Yep.
They were like, this is for you guys.
Right.
And yes. So as you land there and everybody makes it over, I'll remind you about the text here. A colossal heart, part flesh and part stone, looms over this segment's top deck. What remains of the ship's prow is plunged deep into the heart, and the deck rumbles as the heart pulses. Scraps of gossamer sails dangle off the ship's broken-off mast, which is jammed through one of the doors leading into the forecastle. So you can see if you go down a level from where you are, that the mast is splayed out across the deck, and on the right, it is blocking the doorway. But there is a doorway on the left, which I will highlight here. See that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Heart looks kind of like basically a red turkey. Little feet stuck in the air. Never mind.
Well, my first instinct is stab the heart, but that's probably a bad first instinct. So what does somebody else have to say about that?
It's
already been stabbed by a part of a ship.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
my first instinct is stab it again. I
Sasha,
told you.
with
Not
a
a
sword
good
or
instinct.
more ship.
With sword.
It is a very, very large thing.
I'm aware.
Yep. You can do it for fun. I wouldn't expect much.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm just saying, if anyone has a better idea, that's where I'm at.
is there anything in that book that describes this at all?
No, the book was all written. Doesn't have any mention of the crash. The last entry is like something along the lines of, "Hark! Is that our prey on the horizon?"
That makes sense considering where that we found it on a part of the boat the captain was not on.
Yes.
Do we want to see if we can find this room that has the lodestone on this first
Yeah.
before we mess with the heart? The heart doesn't seem to be aggressive at the moment.
Nope.
I mean, we should probably try and find the captain who actually knows. I guess we have the password now.
If the captain's alive, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
This is the last place to look, I think, for the captain as well.
Yes, I believe the captain is supposed to be alive.
Well, it didn't sound like he
Nobody
knew.
you've spoken to knew, because none of them
Yeah.
have ever traveled to any other segments.
Historically, I believe that the captain was alive.
Oh yes.
Guys, we're from the future, remember?
Yeah.
That's true. Oops.
Well,
Go to the final
let's
section
go
of the
in the boat, I
not
guess.
book.
Let's go check
Okay.
it out. We go
Okay.
down these stairs
Open
to
the door.
here.
Boom, let's go in this door.
Oh,
It
let's
is
check
locked.
Hey, well,
I
Hey,
fucking
let's
break it down.
check it also for traps. Let's check it for traps. I have experience with not checking for traps. And some pleasant.
Yeah, but that was like a locked box. This is a door.
This is a locked
It's a
door.
door.
What's your point?
Yeah. Who would trap a door?
I'm checking.
Not usually on a ship. That seems
You
weird.
rolled first. The door looks clean with a 21.
Okay, well, I break it down.
Okay, roll athletics.
19. I
Success.
rolled a 9, but I have
You-
a plus 10, so.
Smash into the door and it breaks the lock.
That was
There's a-
needlessly aggressive.
In this cabin, clothes are tossed over chair backs and open books are strewn across tables. At the back of the room stands a deep. Her right leg below the knee is wood and metal prosthetic,
Sorry.
and from her back extends a single massive white feathered wing. She turns to face you and says, "Yes."
Aloha.
You cut out when you said
Can we see
deep
the room?
for a sec.
Yeah.
Yeah, we only
What
heard
was that?
deep. We only heard deep.
You heard deep, and then you said something else, and then when you cut back in,
Oh, a
We
diva.
talked about her leg.
diva. Okay.
Diva.
Okay.
Her
Wow.
right
Very
leg below her knee is a wood and metal prosthetic, and from
Yeah.
her back extends a single massive white feathered wing.
Can we see in the room?
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
And is the wing that she has like a real wing?
It is a real wing, yep. A single white feathered wing.
Interesting. One.
Fallon just goes, hey.
She stands up. She looks you up and down.
Hello. My
Why
name
are
is
you on my ship?
We are here for two reasons. One is to help rescue the survivors, and two, we're looking for an artifact.
Hmm. Well, I got a feeling we'd appreciate the rescue. That's an easy win. The artifact? Yeah, I guess that doesn't surprise me.
Why is that?
And who might you be?
My name is Inda Malayuri,
Inda Mallory?
That's the
Captain,
captain.
if you don't mind. While we're on my ship, you may address me as Captain.
Well, Captain,
I mean, how much ship left?
so you know we have met some of the rest of your crew and saved them from
She seems
peril.
she
And-
reacts to that visibly, in a good way. She's happy to know that other crew are alive.
And Figueroa asked us to mention to you something about a Neverwinter incident, in case you have any doubts.
She chuckles, and she nods her head. Okay. Okay. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
What can I do
So-
for you?
We're hoping you can help us, and we can help you. We potentially have a way to get you all off of this island, but we are in need of the piece of the rod.
That's not surprising. Tell me, what would you do with a piece of the rod of 7 parts?
I don't know that we want to spill everything that's going on, but how about stop the end of the world?
Let's give her a roll here and see what happens. That's a good goal. I tell you what, you help me out with something and rescue the crew, and we'll go, and you can have what you can find.
Cool. Is there any other survivors on this part of the ship?
No, unfortunately not.
I have what we can find.
Do you know
Yeah,
where
that
this
doesn't sound very promising.
lodestone is? Did we already ask that?
No,
No.
not yet.
That's below
Is it-
decks. I don't think I need it anymore either.
Oh,
Do you know where the rod is?
She gestures towards the front of the ship, towards the heart.
Yeah, that figures.
Yeah, of course it is.
Is there any insight you can impart upon us to make this easier for us?
Well, you can't get in there, is the challenge. See, the lodestone is up in the front, and the room with it is protected. And unless we can get back to the other segments, we can't really clean up the wards that are going to allow you to get in there. Once you get in, it's probably easy. But
Can't I just
yeah,
break
I don't
the
know
door
if you guys
down?
can travel.
What you got here?
Yeah, indeed.
Okay.
Valen literally
So,
just goes,
Where
can't
are
I
the
just
two
break down the
wards?
door?
You can certainly try.
Unfortunately not.
Where are the
Hmm.
two wards?
One in the stateroom, in the aft of the ship, and one in the study, on the starboard side of the midship.
We were just there.
Oh. She
Sorry,
looks at you, each of you, and she rolls perception. She says, and she gestures at Sasha. Like, I see you've got the box.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's
Can't
fine.
open it.
I wasn't going to use it anymore.
Oh.
I could use the ship's log. Does one of you have the ship's log?
Cora, who has been out of sight on purpose, finally comes down the stairs holding the book. That would be me.
This this voyage was a joint venture between me and my ship and some people who supplied me who had similar goals. If I'm to leave this with any sort of reputation intact, that book would really be helpful.
It is yours. You're more than welcome to have it.
Thank
She
you.
just kind of passes it up to
The-
Sasha, who can pass it to Fallon, who can pass it to.
Paid for a book.
One thing, if you're keeping a log of all of this, we would greatly appreciate it if we were not mentioned in that log.
That can be arranged. You're going to have to do one more thing for me in that case. And she moves over and she opens the door on the side and does the opposite of that.
I was
She
going to
does
say,
that.
and
Yeah.
makes it dark.
Yeah.
She casts darkness.
No.
There we go. A chunk of mast has pierced the doors to the corridor and fills one corner of the room. A large bronze sphere hovers in the center of the room, spinning idly. Displayed on the table below is a wing-shaped contraption. This formerly served as the Lambent Zenith's navigation room. Now it functions as Inda's workshop. It is a prosthetic wing on the table, and it's obviously broken.
Oh man, I hope she's not asking us to fix it, because Fallon will not be able to help with that.
It's sleight of hand.
Oh, Fallon can do that.
Actually, I think Fallon could help with that.
Actually, yeah, Fallon could help with that. Hi, what's up?
You were just complaining about the fact that, why did I take sleight of hand?
I wasn't complaining. It was more of a like, I have no clue why I did it, but sure.
This is why.
So there's something you're
Apparently.
gonna need. You're gonna need help or you might be able to do this yourself to figure out what to do. That's
Well, I
either
could
an
probably get Cora to
investigation
help.
roll. First,
Ooh.
there's either an investigation roll to figure out how the gears and pulleys work, or a survival roll to figure out where it works like an animal's wing.
So, are you gonna try this, Felon?
Yeah, but I don't want to
Ramses,
do
help.
investigation or survival.
Ramses will put his hand on
Wait.
your shoulder and cast
Hold on.
guidance.
Can I try the
Hold on.
survival?
I was. Hold on. Hold
A
on. I was
question,
gonna
really-
say.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go, Felon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't Cora possess some expertise in this area?
That's also what I was trying to say.
How
Was
about
that
plus
Cora's an artificer? Yeah, but flavor-wise, Cora's an artificer.
Yes, but it's more like Surya's knowledge is in my head. I can help. I do have the tools. Tinker's tools.
Anyone with proficiency in Tinker's tools will have advantage on the sleight of hand
I
portion.
Don't, so never mind.
But there's still the matter of the investigation or the wisdom roll, and yes, Shabakka, you can make that roll.
Okay. You said
Assist with
survival or
survival.
just straight window?
Survival.
I can assist with a survival roll. I do have
I
some.
got a
Oh,
29.
well, we got
That's what-
29 on
Ability
that
there.
one.
Oh my
29, yeah.
No,
He does not
never
need
mind.
These 3 points here are where a wing is supposed to rotate and bend, and yeah, do with that mechanically as you will.
Okay, fine. We'll go ahead and do something.
Okay, I will cast guidance on you. Give you that extra little D4.
I need it because I rolled bad.
Well,
That's a 18.
17 is what you needed, and you
Thank
managed to
you.
reconnect the joints.
Thank you,
And
Ramses. I rolled badly.
of course.
Inda comes up behind you, and she like looks around you and kind of reaches out, and she moves it. She listens to it while she moves the joints on it and stuff like that, and she nods her head. She's like, I can take this from here, she says.
Good, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. One more second. Okay, there you go. Very well. You can have the lodestone. You can have the favors you've asked for. I won't mention you in the log.
Appreciate that.
But you did say something about getting us out of here.
Oh,
course.
yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Of course.
Okay.
What's in this room? Hold on. What's in this room at the end?
That's the room that we can't get into yet.
Oh,
we gotta
that's
take
No,
down the ward first.
that's the bridge.
Oh, that's the bridge.
Can
Yep.
I poke my head in?
Yep. This room ends in a wall of flesh, and glass shards from the shattered window litter the floor.
Cool.
An
That's nasty.
armchair sits on a platform toward the back of the room. Below it lies a silver wrought chair, toppled over and broken in half.
Cool. Hate it. Can you
It's the
unstrap
helm.
though? Please.
So there's stairs down is the other way to go.
Okay, cool.
There's the stairs down in the middle here that don't go up to the top thing.
Check that out.
And what's down? Is down there the room with the lodestone that we can't get into?
Down there. Empty crates and barrels litter this deck, and a double door stands at the fore. The door's surfaces shimmer as if trapped behind a wall of translucent silver light. So there's a double door there that you is covered in energy.
Magic phrase would come into play.
Well, I
She,
think we have to.
Inda says,
Okay.
"No, I'm afraid not. Magic phrase, eh? You guys have been busy. You know, the magic phrase can disable the wards, but both wards have to be given the magic phrase or dispelled some other way before you can pass through.
Shabakka's still an eagle.
No, I'm a regular form now.
Okay. Yeah, if it's going to be as easy as go back and dispel the 2 wards and fly back. I mean, now's the time for a little bit of eagling and a little bit of flight.
We should probably figure out how we're going to get people to Mordecai.
Yes, but we should also make sure that we get the rod first.
Correct.
First.
So there's a something I can dispel here.
Not
No,
here.
we have to
No.
we have
Oh.
to fly back to the tree area to where the study was and use the passphrase to get rid of 1 rune there, and then we need to fly back to the first part to the stateroom
Stateroom.
and then use the passphrase there, get rid of the other one, and then fly back here, and the doors should be open.
Let's do that. We'll just leave a couple of people here to watch these doors.
Yeah.
Do we have like, I don't know, like message spell or something like that to communicate back and forth?
Yes, but that is far too lengthy of an area.
Well, it's a nice thought while it lasted.
Well, I think once the glow disappears, we'll know that it's down.
True. Well, the ones who are sitting here will know.
Now, Captain, are you able to fly now with your wing?
It's still a little bit of work to get the mounting back, but
Oh. So Shabakka, if you would be so kind as to fly the captain and Cora, for example, to the other 2 sections of the ship so that we could dispel those wards and reunite the captain with her crew.
Okay. Sure. Although if I'm going to, can you dispel them? Because if I stay in the shape, then I can...
We have the password.
Oh,
Cora can dispel them.
okay.
With the password.
I will take Cora and the captain to the... Where, I guess, the first location?
In the... Which one first?
Might as well go back here, right?
Yeah, and drop off the captain.
Okay. Yeah, they see you coming, and she like kind of sits up straight on your back and salutes as you're coming in for a landing, and the crew salute back and start cheering. Captain, it's so good to see you. And then she makes some crack. She looks at Figaro and it's like, Figaro, if you call this ship shape, we're gonna have a problem. And everyone laughs.
This man just looks like fucking exhausted. He's like, it's fucking funny, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
He hasn't
Just
slept for
collapses
3
under the
days.
pressure. Yep. So, yeah, then you guys head downstairs. In the stateroom above the bed, when the phrase is spoken, the headboard glows momentarily, and the word vanishes.
Okay, very good.
I take Cora to the next location.
I like to think Ramsey's Fallon and Sasha are playing I Spy, and it's really boring.
Right.
Almost everything is wood or
I
flesh.
spy something red and slowly beating. Dark. Oh.
Oh, shit. I spy something brown.
Wood.
Feral.
Yeah.
Ship.
Is there
Yeah, so
anything up there to search?
At the second location?
Where Sasha and Ramses are.
And Fallon.
Where's Sasha?
And Fallon, yeah. If they can.
They're
part of the ship, right?
For cargo hold. No, not really.
Okay. Then yeah, we just.
So you guys go to the study, and repeat the passphrase. And above the desk on the wall, a rune appears, glows, and vanishes as well. And when that happens, you presume, the rest of you that are back there, the lights vanish from the door.
Sweet. Fallon opens it.
So it's still going to be another 5 or 6 rounds before everyone comes back, but okay.
We'll wait it out.
Oops.
Fallon's not waiting it out. I'm just peeking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I wanted
please,
to-
please. Let's wait for the rest of the group to get here.
You crack it open slightly before anyone objects, and a foul stench comes out of the room.
Close it. Gross.
Let's be the privy.
Okay. So now, a few rounds later, a little while later, you hear footsteps. First, you hear clawing on the ceiling, then some footsteps, and then everyone's back here. Shabakka, you are no longer in eagle form, I take it?
Yeah. Oh, as soon as we get back here, I'll change back.
Okay.
Fallon looks at them when they come downstairs and goes, "Smells like shit in there."
Okay. This is a destroyed, empty room. Where the prow of the boat should be is a gaping hole leading into the putrid core of Glaucus's heart.
Disgusting.
Sounds
Wait, that's-
unpleasant.
Is that the smell of her blood, or is there
Smells
another
like-
issue here?
Wait,
that
so
this
this
side?
Roll
leads-
perception.
Okay.
Where is that coming from, we all say?
So wait, this leads to the heart.
Ugh.
So yes, and before that,
Area?
before that, you can see a stone mounted on a wheel, and it's generally the wheel is kind of like vibrating back and forth like a compass. It's almost pointed at north, but not quite, and it is pointing into the gaping hole in the prow of the ship.
Well,
So
seems
that
that's where we're
means-
going.
So that means like inside here, right?
No, that's not actually the heart.
Oh,
That's
the heart
just
is over here.
Other limb. Yeah, the heart is
It's
in front of
not. It looks like a heart.
it. I know it does, right?
So it's
Yeah,
over
but
here.
it doesn't. That's not the location
Weird.
that the text indicates. Yeah, it's there.
Interesting.
That's what I was wondering about because I was like, this is where it is, but then they have a heart here. Interesting. Okay.
Maybe that's the stomach.
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the spleen.
Disgusting. Now that would smell bad.
Right?
Well, are we going in?
Interesting. Okay, in a moment.
How many, as a separate thing, how many barrels are there out here?
Yeah, as it looks on the map.
Are they all intact?
Some of them have been opened. It looks like recently, so they've been stood up and opened.
But they're not shattered.
There are
really
some that are
tempting.
shattered, but there are some that are
Okay.
not.
All right.
So I'm guessing that this on the main map, this heart of this picture is actually over in front of the ship where the pointy part is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this mass
that's
here isn't
weird.
really stabbing it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more
That's a
sense.
strange. Yeah, that is very strange. Because that's totally a heart.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
the map.
Totally the
You're right,
heart.
yeah.
Well,
It's just not where it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
I can
so
see
it
a
sounds
liver.
like they wrote the description after they had the picture, or
Yeah.
without having the
that could be
picture.
a liver, although it is a little high.
Yeah, it's got the two artery things too.
The nope,
Yeah.
aorta.
Yes.
Aorta.
I don't remember my science classes
Ventricles.
anymore. Whoops.
Bits.
No, the
the bits.
ventricles are like the
Now, how the hell do I do this?
Completely alien
Hearts.
creature, so who knows what that is?
chambers of the heart are the ventricles, isn't it? Are those called the chambers?
Yeah, I think so.
I have no fucking idea. I don't remember. I didn't like biology.
I'd just like to hear you think or guess what you think it is, and I'm just gonna let you keep guessing.
Alan's just gonna
I'm
smash it
assuming-
anyway, so.
I've been completely wrong about all of that. Yeah, that sounds about right.
You're saying words, and they are parts of the heart.
I
I
entered
know
a
that
room.
much.
You're
Alright, so
talking. So, by the way, I think you're talking about like. You're talking about what these bits, right?
Yeah,
Okay, just making sure.
I know those are not the ventricles.
Oh, interesting.
I want to clarify that.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
But
See,
Put yourselves on the
Aren't-
top left-ish part
aren't
where the
these
ship
the ventricles?
opens up into this room.
The like chambers. Whatever. I don't know. I didn't do well in biology.
You're
Also,
talking
I
about the
failed
vena
it.
cava and the aorta.
Okay, I said aorta.
May
I
we
want
come
to
in?
point out.
Yeah,
Yep, there. Yep.
Wait, then what's
the
a
ventricle. The ventricle is this bit. This
What?
is a ventricle, and this is a ventricle.
That's what I was saying.
The chambers.
Hell yeah. Okay, well, so I did get it right.
And then this is an atrium, right here.
Yeah. That,
It looks
that
like a cave.
And then I don't know based on this one, but this might be the pulmonary artery. I can't tell based on like the shape, but
yeah.
I'm getting
Well,
distracted.
So, yeah, before you enter here, as you get in this room, you find the lodestone, and the smell is overwhelming that is coming from this hole in the wall. And you guys were going to roll perception as well.
I got an 11.
Okay.
Jesus, I got a
Perception
10 because I rolled a
continue,
nat
yeah.
1.
Me too.
That's not good.
Sasha, with your
Still
recent exposure to poison, you're a little worried about this
29.
air.
Yeah, understandably, yeah.
He's really
Yeah.
vigilant right
This
now.
air doesn't smell too palatable. my friend.
No, it really doesn't. And Shabakka, you hear something large
Boom, boom.
shifting its weight inside.
Oh, creature like.
Lovely.
But the orb is the area is lit in there dimly by floating orbs of pinkish bioluminescence. You can see a soft glow coming in from the hole in the side of the ship.
I love pink. That's fun.
I suspect things are about to hit the fan.
Well, Fallon rolled a nat 1, so she's like, well, seems all right to me. Let's go.
Oh. Well,
Should we, how big is the lodestone, real quick?
It's portable. It's 5-10 pounds.
I was going to say, we should probably bring that with us.
Yeah, let's bring that.
who's grabbing it?
I will.
So that. Alright.
Sally forth?
Well, actually, someone else in case I need
Are there any
to change
protections
form.
we can take against poisoned air?
I grab it and hand it to Ramses.
Excellent. Keep it safe. Keep it secret.
It's not safe. You'll need one of these.
Oh, safe. Take this.
Yeah, that's it.
Are there any
All right.
protections we can take against poisoned air? Spells? Special abilities?
I have none.
Don't think I have anything.
Oh, she's cool.
Here, drink this serpent venom.
Hey, is anyone a bard?
Pre.
No.
I'll
I
just
still have
Know this by now.
He looks at the DOS loot and laments the fact that no one's a bard can play it because it has protection from poison.
Well,
I can try to play it, but
Yeah, Fallon,
okay.
having stepped off the boat, you don't feel well in this air.
No, but
Mm.
well, I mean, there's only so much we can do, so
is there a way you can hold your breath?
go
We have
in.
no solutions. The only thing I
Nope.
can do is I can send Surya or Wolfham. They don't need to breathe. But I suspect there's something in here that may want to eat us or harm us, and those two would not survive by themselves.
No.
Oh. Ooh, wait a minute. Hold on. I have 2 doses of antitoxin in my backpack.
Backpack.
That is
Anyone
literally
else
the
have
first
this?
thing. I tried looking, I didn't have any.
I'm
Well.
pretty certain I do not. I can check.
All right,
but
so
I
he goes, well,
don't
I think it's a good idea to hand our blunt instrument one of these doses, and he hands one to Fallon.
So I could.
One instrument is deeply correct.
I would argue at least a mildly sharp instrument. Or at least
Just-
a
This
mildly...
is pretty cutting. I will say I do not have antitoxin. I do have 5 flasks of alchemist fire, so
I have that too.
Okay, so Ramses is gonna toss this out here to the group. If we're worried about this, and I know that Sasha and I are both in the same boat, running a little low on spells. If we do go for the lock this up and do go for the long rest option, it can actually give us immunity to poison.
I don't want to take that long. I don't know if it's an issue if we do.
You hear a loud roar from inside.
Yes, there's also that.
Alan,
There's
That's
also
gonna be
have
that.
this dose of
choice.
antitoxin.
Oh, geez, maybe we can get it to come out.
Who wants the other one?
I'll pocket the antitoxin because I think you take that after you've been poisoned, right?
No,
you take it before. You take it before. Drink it now.
Okay.
It's good for you for an hour.
Then I drink it then. Like you're talking to me like I'm a toddler.
Okay,
Drink
well,
it
apparently
now.
we're doing this. So, shit.
If we perhaps want to bring it this way, I could send Wolfham. But
Oh, if Fallon's taking the antitoxin, she'll sneak in. She'll sneak around. Scout. She's sneaky.
All right.
One
Who's
thing you
getting the
noticed
other?
when you came back in to get the antitoxin, as soon as you stepped out of the air, you were fine.
I'll step over here.
Just
All right.
one breath of normal air, and you were fine again.
All right, Shabakka, you're getting the other one.
What if I
Okay.
lure it?
That's what I was
Pick
just
them up
saying.
with
If
my-
it's something down there, if you can lure it this way, we might be
And
okay.
if we're totally fine up here. Shabakka, are you sneaky at all?
I mean, I have a stealth of +8. I'm pretty
Okay, then yes.
sneaky.
The answer is yes. Okay, let's sneak and take a look what's going on. Wolfham.
And I'm removing them from my possession now.
as you guys are going, Cora can actually cast guidance through Wolfham.
Oh, okay. That'll help us.
So, yep.
Hey.
So we can do first one on Fallon and then second one on me. Lasts for a minute, right?
It's a concentration, so we'll start with actually
Oh,
Shabakka,
yeah, I guess you
because
have
I
to.
think Fallon has a higher
Yeah,
stealth. I
that's
could be
good.
wrong.
Only by one.
All right.
Does
Well,
it give
Sasha is
advantage or
going-
extra die?
I mean, Ramses can cast it on one of us before we go.
Sorry, you can cast.
Guidance.
Guidance.
Guidance?
Yeah.
Don't I have that?
Sure.
You should.
Who-
You're a druid.
No.
Who has the
picked other
who
things.
has the lower
Me.
stuff chance?
Well, we can
You?
both get
Shabakka
it
by
if
one.
we.
So
Oh yeah.
the room.
Yeah.
By
I
the
can
way, the
cast one
room.
once.
The
It's just a
room you are in
Oh, that's
there.
concentration.
Yes.
The room you are in there is beyond the shattered safe room is an oval chamber with walls of purple flesh, dimly lit by
Nasty.
pinkish bioluminescent orbs. The air reeks of death. An opening in one of the walls leads to another chamber. And
Gross.
the lodestone is definitely pointing you onward.
I am at this point going to use my channel divinity to turn my sword into a sacred weapon. So that adds like +4 to hit.
Sweet.
Okay, let's sneak up to this doorway.
Yep. We sneak up to here.
Oh, did we roll stealth yet? I didn't.
No, we haven't rolled it yet. Has not been asked.
Should we?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Next thing he's going to do is cast Crusader's Mantle with his sword.
The walls and floor of this massive chamber alternate between gray, petrified stone and flexing muscle and flesh. Clinging to the ceiling is a serpentine monstrosity, a skinless snake. Its long draconic snout drips with venom as it slumbers. And if you guys want to check Discord, that's the awakened version.
Discord.
Hello.
Oh, that thing is nasty
Ew.
looking.
Why does it look
No.
like a platypus in the no, it doesn't actually. I don't know where I'm going.
No,
with
it
this.
doesn't.
It looks like a
just
dinosaur
looks
is the
nasty.
answer.
The lodestone is pointing straight at it.
It ate it.
Oh shit.
So,
Make
Shabakka,
it throw up.
Shabakka, start heading back. I can run
It's-
faster.
It's the sounds it's making are some equivalent to snoring.
I guess I'll
What do we
sneak
see?
closer. Where in the room
Ahead
is
of
it?
you see a room with pooled liquid on the floor, which is a black sludge that shimmers like an oil slick. That's the room on the left.
Sorry, where is this thing?
It is. Let me see.
Up it on the map. Yeah.
Because I thought it was over where we're heading, but I don't know.
On the roof, right there.
Oh, okay, yeah, it is over here. And the lodestone is still pointing right at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Pointing upward and everything.
I guess we'll sneak a little bit closer. Why are we sneaking closer? We're gonna need
Yeah,
this
let's
thing to
see.
fucking.
Let's go
So
get
you
the
can see
group.
what this
You
does.
start heading back. I'm going to throw a rock at it or something.
What?
All right, so
Okay.
Shabakka, I can go faster than you, so
okay,
you
so
can
it's
start
4
going back.
points. Crusader's
My walking
Mantle.
speed is faster.
Holy power radiates.
What are you talking about, Shasha?
Is
I cast
Crusader's
Crusader's
Mantle.
Mantle before they went in there, and I'm trying to tell you something. For the next minute, if you do have to attack, you get an extra +4 on damage.
Isn't it D4?
Well, I just rolled it. I just used the charge and just rolled the D4.
That's rad.
Yep.
There we are.
I'm gonna throw a flask of alchemist fire at that thing.
Nice. Because like,
Okay.
a rock or something that's gonna hurt it.
Okay.
I don't have a rock anyway, so
It takes me about a round to get here, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't need you to get all the way back. I just figured you should get a head start because I got a 35 walking speed.
Or about
You
there.
got a 30.
I can get there with a double move.
Okay.
Awesome.
Hmm.
So throw.
tossed-
Give us a hit roll.
What is the hit? roll for throwing a
Throwing an
fire.
object? Is that athletics or no? What is that? Improvised
so.
weapon? Probably dex with
It says
proficiency
ranged
bonus.
attack.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, dex with.
Ranged attack, improvised weapon.
Yeah, so I guess you need proficiency with improvised weapon to add your proficiency bonus. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's unlikely unless you have monk.
I think it's
I don't know.
a
The
feat,
subclasses
actually.
that do. What's that? Thief?
I
Okay.
think it's a feat.
Feet. Okay. So yeah.
No.
So D20 plus
Oh,
dex
yeah.
mod.
Then I will just roll a dexterity throw. Say dexterity roll then.
Perfect.
Jesus, I'm rolling like shit. That's an 8.
So we're
Um,
basically doing a surgical removal of a heartworm.
So it is
Right?
spiky heartworm. It impacts on the roof, and it does light on fire up there, and some of the liquid from it falls to the floor rather dramatically, and so you've got this column of fire for a moment, and then now there's like a bit on the floor that's burning and a bit on the ceiling that's burning, quite near him.
Is it awake?
It is not.
Alright, throw another one then.
Maybe
Okay.
get bothered.
Hopefully better. Yes, that's a 17.
That's a hit.
Hell yes.
Okay, roll damage from Alchemist Fire.
I don't think it's much, but they do get caught on
On a hit, the
fire.
target takes 1d4 fire damage at the start of each of its turns.
Okay,
So that's 4.
He's been hit for worse before. Okay, that means we're gonna roll initiative.
Yep. Oh, also I book
Oh,
it.
you're
As soon
gonna
as I throw that thing, I book it.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Go
as soon
ahead
as it looks at me, I want to make sure it sees me.
Okay.
Does it?
Yep. Yeah. Go ahead and move
That's-
your one move.
Great. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Whoop.
So,
Little wolf hum. Help!
are we?
I can't move them at both at once. Okay, so I have to move them one
Is
at a time.
initiative open, or should we just go ahead and roll?
Initiative is open. Go ahead and roll also.
Okay.
Okay.
Haha!
Oh,
Oh,
standard
and-
luck.
You said 18.
Fallon, you can select both if you drag select.
Only if you're on pointer mode. If you're on hand mode.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you. That's good to know.
Okay, Cora, what's your
I wish-
initiative?
I wish it was like
5.
Owlbear where I can like link it. Just attach them.
And Fallon, initiative.
18.
18. And Ramses.
10.
10.
Mine come through.
I'm not
Sasha.
lost for a change.
Oh yeah, mine's 7.
Sasha, initiative.
7? Can you hear me?
7. Yep, I got you this time.
Y'all
Shabakka.
rolled like shit.
7.
Holy smokes, you guys are making me look like a speed demon this time.
Indeed.
Y'all rolled like
10.
shit.
And there we go. And let's see.
Citizen
Surya.
pass. Second mouse gets the cheese.
Here it's 5. Wolfham goes on whose initiative?
Mine.
Yeah, okay.
He just hangs out with me.
Wolf hum
Fallon,
is
you are up
good
again.
baby.
I don't really have anything to do. That was my turn.
Fair enough.
You pull back first.
You could move to where you could breathe.
Well, I have antitoxins. So I'm mostly fine.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to move back here, and then I'm going to ready an attack for if when it gets close enough to me.
Okay. It is going to move next.
Actually, I'm going to ready another alchemist fire when it gets in range.
Okay. 1,
Actually, is what I
2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for its 50 feet move. And then let's see.
Even
And to be clear, it is running along the ceiling at this point.
hate it.
Yeesh.
Okay.
Hate everything about that.
You know what? It can't do anything from here, so it's going to continue its move. And it's going to be on the ceiling here.
I will throw my alchemist fire.
Yep.
Nope. 11.
What the hell?
But he does take the D4 from starting his turn on fire, though.
This is
That's true. Roll a d4.
Does Cora want to be Corasaurus again?
And it drops down. It drops down from the ceiling onto the floor to end its turn and makes a threatening raw noise, but it's all like gurgly. Ramses is
I
up.
will say that it can end the damage by using its action to make a DC 10 Dex check to extinguish the flames.
Honestly, D4 hit points is not really bothering him.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Yes. Thought you should know.
Yep. Certainly not
Alright.
enough to take an action to get rid of it.
Let's let's guiding bolt it. The 19 hit.
It does.
Yeah.
Looking for 14s on this guy. He's big and not particularly. Now, reminder that actually to everybody here who's rolling here and who's breathing this air, you are at disadvantage.
Even with
I
our
am not breathing
antitoxin?
that air.
Yeah, he's.
No,
on
not
that.
with the antitoxin. The antitoxin, you're covered.
Okay,
And it's
Yeah,
this is a no save a thing. There's no save against this poison condition. So the antitoxin is going to eliminate it for the duration without rolling.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Anyways, 15 points of radiant damage.
15.
It's hurt, and now the next person against it, if they're in there, actually has advantage, or because those people have anti-venom. Everybody outside of it, if you can hit them from outside, whoever the next person is gets an advantage.
Sasha's up.
Awesome. Sasha is going to go to here, where he can see the creature from here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Without entering the room, and pop it with a crossbow. Is this with advantage?
Yeah.
Good grief! Really? How the hell does that happen?
+9 to hit. No.
Well, he does have a +4 to hit, so 14. Because of the
14 is what you're looking for.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, crap.
Yeah, he's
All
a
right.
low AC.
All
Easy
right.
to hit because he's big and not particularly well armored.
All right. So that's 20 points of damage plus another D4. Rolling for 24 points of damage with the crossbow.
Okay.
Oh, what's your
Shabakka.
attack? How is this thing moving around? Just has regular, like, 4 legs and stuff?
Yep. And tail moves like a Komodo dragon or something along those lines.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like
Or
a
a
fucking
crocodile.
dinosaur.
I cast Blight on it.
Okay.
Oh, I can cast that at a higher level. Hang on a sec. I have 2 5th level slots. And a 6th level. I'll save the 6th level for heal. 5th level for mass heal. Yeah, I'll go at 5th level. Spend one of the slots. Cast
Okay.
Blight at a higher level. Oops. Okay. Did it show anything on the screen? No?
Nope. Remind me what the saves and stuff are for that guy.
It will be 43 damage, and the save is con 18.
Okay. See what happens if he makes that. He does make the save.
Save for half.
And even then, you think maybe necrotic damage isn't the worst thing for this guy.
Is he a plant creature?
No.
Okay, because he would automatically save.
Sorry, so you're saying he took... How do you feel against Radiant?
Radiant he took full damage from.
And he's taking full damage from necrotic as well?
No, he's taking he made his save. 2, he's also taking half that. So he's taking a quarter damage from this particular spell.
Got it.
11 points.
Okay.
Damage resistance necrotic.
Well, I sure chose the wrong spell. I am actually gonna move. So are we trying to lure it back more? I think, or are you guys all just gonna shoot from there?
I ain't
Well,
going into that
Sasha-
room.
I think we could lure it a bit more.
Okay, then I'm gonna step to here and I'm just
What's
gonna
its reach?
I'm gonna prepare to cast the spike growth after this, so that if it goes, I think I can fit it in that area. So don't go in that area.
Which area?
What area?
Well, this is for next round, so we'll see what happens, I guess.
Okay. So
Cora's up.
we're trying to lure it towards us. So I don't know if Shabakka or Fallon are worried about this thing getting a reaction attack against one of y'all.
Fallon is
I
good.
was, yeah.
So I am going to go ahead and cast Shocking Grasp through Wolfhum.
Okay.
And so it's a touch-based attack. Basically, the wolf little plush puts a paw on this giant weird creature and attempts to electrocute it. 13 misses, unfortunately.
Oh. No bonus?
I do
Can't
not
find
believe
one
so.
more point somewhere?
That would be wonderful, but no.
Okay.
But as my bonus action, I'll go ahead and let Wolfhum just bite for fun.
There you go.
Hell yeah, little dude.
Let's go,
Oh.
little
Love
guy.
biting
That's
people.
it.
Love biting people.
Jesse, were we inside of Sasha's aura? I think I was. Would I have gotten
Are
the
you
answer?
within 30 feet of him?
When I was here, I
Yep.
would have been. Even
It's-
now, I think I am. So would that
It
give him...
just emits from Sasha from 30 feet. So as long as you're within 30 feet of them,
Mhm.
good. If you step outside of it, then it stops working. But you step back in, it starts working again.
Okay, so I
Okay.
would have got that
So-
extra D4 of radiant.
Same for Wolfham.
Does that work on like spells that have saves, or is it just attack?
It's attacks only.
Yeah.
Oh, it wouldn't have counted for my spell?
No.
Oh, when it
It
hits
would
with
have
a
for
weapon.
Ramses,
Sorry, it's
though.
a weapon attack. Sorry, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
never
Wolfham
mind,
gets
it
an
was
extra
Ramses.
1 damage.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Does
there
that-
you
Hell
go.
yeah.
Does that count as magical?
Yes, Wolfham is magical.
Then he takes a point of damage.
Wolfham, by the way, is doing force damage, and then the extra is
Oh,
radiant.
okay. Then it definitely would have taken it. I was assuming it was one of the standard
No.
ones.
Oh, do I take damage?
It's what? No,
Oh, I don't know what's happening.
you don't need to.
I don't know why I just took damage.
Okay.
Well done, Shabakka.
You're doing your best here. That is Core's action and bonus action.
Okay. So then, Surya.
Surya, can't really do much. I can basically use my bonus action to make one of them attack. I can't do both.
Does it stay put?
I can make it move. But yes, it is.
Okay.
It's going to basically, actually, I'll move it right here because it is best if I do, actually. If I can. The hell? Right here.
I
Okay.
love the picture of Wolf.
It's pretty
Yeah.
cute.
Wolfham's cute as fuck.
Fallon, you're up again. This time it's right
Rad.
beside you.
Hell yeah, and I'm gonna stab it.
Hells yeah.
Where is
So
my
you would get
action?
the extra radiant damage.
Oh, sorry. Bonus action. Hunter's mark. To start. I should have done that in my last turn, but I didn't. That was stupid. Anyway, boom. Bonus action. Hunter's mark. And now I'm going to attack him with my sword. That is 17 to hit.
Correct.
He is going to take. Is he undead? I don't think so.
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
He is a
so 11.
monstrosity.
11 plus 5. I figured it was a fucking monster. I thought it was either a monstrosity or an aberration because this thing is nasty looking. Anyway, 11 plus 5. That is 16 plus 15 for sneak attack. 31, I believe. And
Did you
then
add the
D6.
D4?
Nope. I also haven't added my hunter's mark yet, so hold on.
Oh, yeah.
5 for hunter's mark, so 36 plus a D4 for Crusader's Mantle. That is just a 1, so 37 damage, I believe.
Recorded.
All radiant.
Wow. Yep. That is convenient.
And then I'm going to roll. Yeah, it's great until we face something that's resistant against radiant damage, and I'm
Right.
fucked. Okay, second attack. That's actually a fucking nat 20.
Oh,
Nice.
Crit.
So too bad it wasn't on the previous one because I'm gonna have less damage on here. But that's 13. Plus 1d6 and 1d4. So that's plus 6. So it's 13 plus 6.
19.
19. And then do
Isn't
I roll
D6
a
and the
second?
D4?
Do
Yeah.
we double the dice or roll
Wait, does
again?
Crusader's does Crusader's Mantle apply to every attack?
It says, yeah.
Yeah.
Heals
Yeah.
extra
Oh
when
yeah,
it
then I'm good.
hits.
The extra D4 and D6 are correct then. Because that's Hunter's Mark and Crusader's Mantle.
Cool.
And then do I re-roll 1d8 and then the two
Yeah,
other
you
ones?
re-roll the dice. Yep.
Okay.
1d8,
So
1d6,
that's
and
19.
1d4. Nice.
Plus 11,
30.
30. Yeah.
30 points.
So 37 and then 30. And then...
Oh, and add your bonus too. That was just the dice, right? Or is the bonus already in the
The
first
first
roll?
one, the first half had the bonuses.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the
it
bonus
does.
roll.
Okay, never mind.
And
That was
then
it. 30.
because I am a swashbuckler, I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20.
Hmm.
Yep.
He can't attack, or he can't opportunity attack you.
Nope. Not if I have taken a melee attack on him.
Hmm.
Because I'm a swashbuckler.
Swashbuckled.
Isn't Jules a swashbuckler? You should know that.
I haven't actually got to use that ability. I think.
It is one of the very first things you get as swashbuckler.
Okay, I must have then.
Literally, well, it's a
It's been a
passive thing.
while.
It's literally just if you attack, it can't take an opportunity attack.
You know what?
on
I think I never retreated when I was fighting with trolls.
Right?
I very,
That's very
very
possible.
rarely. I very rarely do with Fallon, but right now we're trying to kind of lure him closer. So
Yep, he moves up a few feet and he gets between you and he slashes at you and he slashes at Shabakka.
It has reach, I take it.
He does have reach.
figured.
And first off, oh, not that one. There we go. Claw on Shabakka. 26 for 23 points of straight slashing damage. Claw at Fallon. 32 on another natural 20. Okay, so let's do this twice and subtract 6. So that's 44 minus 6. 38. 38 points of slashing damage as the 2 claws come down on you.
Yeah, that hurt, but I'm okay.
Oh, and then let's see here. Who gets the bite? I'm gonna roll it.
I mean, Fallon's the one that's been bullying it.
Yeah, Shabakka loses the roll. In comes the bite. It reaches down its gigantic maw from above. 25. Okay,
Yeah, I
one
guess that
target.
hits.
First off, 2d6 or 2d8 plus 6 piercing damage, which is 20 plus 2d12 poison, which is 16.
Do I still take that if I have the toxin? Antitoxin?
But you have advantage on the save.
Okay.
But I don't think this one has a save, and this one you would have had to do. So you do take that damage. If the target is larger or smaller creature, you must succeed a DC 20 strength saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Or be swallowed.
Oh shit!
Oh, now I really do wish
He
this Fallon. She
says.
has a way better
So I
chance
don't
of
get a
that.
save for the damage? And how much
Nope.
damage was it again?
It's in the chat there.
I only see Fallon's.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yes.
Okay, my bad. 36. A 20 and a 16.
I have heard
It's not in the chat.
Really
You're
do
right.
wish it was Fallon that got hit. She could do a 20 strength save way easier than Shabakka.
Yeah, I get a -1 to that. And
Oh, that ain't great.
23, there's nothing
Fallon gets a +6.
get advantage for. Unless it says...
So then he's gonna auto fail. There's no way he can get a 20.
No,
If
I
you
have,
rolled
I
a
have,
natural
20, it
20
would
would do
count.
it.
and I also
give it.
have a +1, so it's, no, it's
Okay.
not enough.
Okay, but no. So yeah, you guys are all horrified as this thing the mouth comes down from above and just. One moment Shabakka is there, and another moment it's like reaching up to the sky and making a swallowing motion, and a large lump is traveling down its throat
Brutal.
What
into its
happens?
gullet.
What happens if a creature of that size has a creature larger than that inside of it?
What a
it's not
great
gonna have a good
question. Let's
What a
find out next
horrific
turn.
You're going to
question.
have to find that out in a few minutes.
Yep. Until then, you have the blinded and restrained conditions.
Okay.
As an advantage, though, you have total cover against attacks from the outside.
Nice.
Cool.
At the start of each of the herd log's turns, Each swallowed creature takes 2d12 poison damage from the poisonous secretions in the herdlug's gullet.
How is it not acid damage from stomach acid? Crazy.
Yeah, it's poison-themed creature. They just went there, I guess. But then there's also this other thing in play that
The thing.
we'll deal with as the time comes. And yeah, that was its turn. And so Ramses is
Damn.
up.
Yeah.
Unpleasant.
No, Shabakka.
No!
Gosh.
Is this creature even bloodied yet?
Most.
Oh,
Barely done anything to it.
all right.
There were a couple really big hits in there.
Does did you have it take the extra 4 damage or D4 damage yet?
Nat 20 with guiding
Yep.
bolt.
Sweet. That's a
Aw.
hit.
14 radiant damage. You don't. It doesn't get any bonuses for when
Oh,
it's
it
magic,
does.
right?
For nat 20. You have to roll a hit.
Yep. You get to roll the dice again.
Okay.
What
Oh,
do you mean
that's
it's
better
barely
too.
taken any damage? Fallon did
So
66,
30,
67
Yeah.
damage in her turn.
34,
Boy.
Hang on.
34 points.
34.
And,
It is bloodied now.
and the next person gets advantage.
Also, by the way, it takes 3 fire damage at the beginning of its last turn. Because it
Okay.
is still on fire.
Oh, that damage. Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. Yep.
No, I
Roll
forgot about
that.
it too.
3 damage.
My stupid alchemist
Okay,
fire.
Sasha.
Crossbow shot. Here it comes.
Actually, no. Sorry. One thing. After your turn, Ramses, it is going to use a legendary action to feed.
Shit.
And 1 second. Okay. Where's feed? There we are. Costs 2 actions. The herdlord drains life from the creatures in its gullet to bolster itself. Each creature in the herdlog's gullet takes 3d6 necrotic, and the herdlog regains a number of hit points equal to the damage. So 3d6. $14 points of damage, Shabakka, and it regains 14 hit points.
I'm almost dead.
And immediately takes 21 plus D4 roll.
It is no longer bloodied.
24 points of damage from my crossbow shot.
It is
Sweet.
now bloodied.
It is again, yep.
We're just gonna ping pong back and forth between it being bloodied and not.
You have anything else going on this turn,
Well,
Sasha?
crazy question for you, because the crossbow is a loadable weapon, right? You only get 1 attack per round on that?
Unless you have
Presumably-
crossbow expertise or
No, I don't think he does. Man, he has Sentinel. That's not going to help. Yeah, well, I guess he is done for now.
Shabakka. Go ahead and take your turn. Oh, sorry. One
Cast
more
heal
thing
on
first.
myself.
He will. Yeah.
Now your attacks would have disadvantage due to restrained, but I think you can still cast. That's right.
Okay, so I can cast.
That's crazy though, because like you're literally surrounded by it. How do you miss?
It's hard to swing.
I cast heal.
I
It gives me
guess.
70.
Okay.
And then I use my bonus action to transform into a. You might want to start looking up what happens when I'm going to be larger than him. So I think I'm going into just gotta check what option I have at this level.
You should be able to turn into CR3 at this point, yeah?
I think I need to be 12 for that.
I thought it was your druid level divided by 3 rounded down.
Yeah, so I'm 11, right?
Yeah.
So it's 3. But still,
Yeah.
I have...
That's what she said.
Oh, you said 3. I thought you said 4.
Time.
So,
Crime.
Scorpion.
Both
Actually,
ends,
I
if
don't-
one end was sticking out of his mouth, the other one would stick out of his butt. You're that long.
Yeah, we don't have the Giants book, so I can't do Spotted Lion. So I think I'll have to go for a CR2 thing. I think it'll be the giant constrictor snake.
Okay.
So, like, I guess maybe I pop out of its mouth or something.
Well, so what happens is there are actually rules for breaking out of its gullet. And it
makes
describes
sense.
what happens when somebody does that successfully. And the way you trigger that is by doing 40 points of hit points of damage from an attack from the inside. I'm gonna say this. While it doesn't do the 40 points of damage, it does trigger the same effect, which is that it makes hurling noises like a cat, and its neck flexing, and it vomits you out onto the ground in front of it, which will be here. And when that happens, why don't you roll me a d6 and look for 4 or more.
Okay. Where's the game again? There we are. D6.
Mm-hmm.
Did that come through?
And that's all that happens. You are laying prone on the ground in front of it.
Can a snake be prone?
Gross.
Probably not. Probably, like it'll say immunity to the prone condition in the stat block if that's the case, though.
It doesn't say, but I think that should be the case. How do you knock a snake prone?
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Good
don't have
question.
limbs.
Mm-hmm.
Cora, you're up.
She.
Yeah, fair enough.
It was like, I might have to pull out some extra stops. Oh, he's back. I guess.
Covered in poison slime and laying on the
This
ground.
might as well happen.
This might as well happen. Yeah. She's just gonna. I don't even know what she's looking at here. It's awful. It sucks. But she's gonna go ahead and use the bonus action to just mark it as like her hexblade curse. She hasn't
Okay.
used that for a while. Might as well just do it as long as she is within 30 feet of this guy, which she is just barely. But so it is hexed. If I get a 19 or a 20, it's a crit, and I get a +4 to damage rolls. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with my Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
A 17.
It's non-critical.
Yeah. That is damage in my brain.
9
13 damage. 13
Yep.
because of the extra one. Extra 4.
Okay.
Then a second Eldritch Blast. That one misses. Yay! We love misses.
It goes off into strikes the wall of the heart. The sickening thud. Surya or Wolfhelm.
They, because I did not use my bonus action to command them, they take the dodge action.
Okay. Then
That is my
Fallon
turn.
is up again.
Oh, me again. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna come back out then. Ooh. And I'm gonna attack it again with my sword.
Okay.
That is a 20 to hit.
Success.
11 plus 5 plus 11, so 27.
27.
Plus, well, hold on.
Okay.
27 plus 4, so 31. Second attack is 28 to hit.
Yerp.
Definitely.
And 8 plus 6.
14.
14. And then my bonus action, I'm going to shift.
Okay.
Which gives me 8 temporary. I think it's 8, I believe. Yes. And then I'm going to bite.
Go for it.
21 to hit.
Success. 7.
7. And then this is all. This counts as a weapon attack, right?
Yeah,
I think we established that.
I think so, yeah.
Cool. Plus 4. So 11. So 11, 27, 31, I believe.
Okay. That's good. Okay, more damage dealt. It's not in the best of shape right now. It's got gashes down its side. Definitely angry and annoyed at giving up its meal. But
For
it's
some reason turned into a snake. Very confusing.
yeah, and it's not actually, it can't swallow large creatures, so it's gonna swipe it. It's gonna
Sorry,
swipe at the two of you again.
Real
The
quick,
snake
I did
is huge,
69
so-
damage.
Well done. Okay, let's see. Claw and bite again. One claw at each of you. Fallon.
Mhm.
It's a 17.
Misses.
Shabakka, giant snake form. Shabakka 19.
That'll hit.
Okay.
That would have also missed. Fallon.
For 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
But this time the bite goes to Fallon.
You say 18?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
did,
18.
yep. 21.
Well, I did it. That is my armor class. Yeah.
And that's a hit. So 13 points of piercing, 8 points of poison, and a DC 20 strength saving throw or be swallowed.
Come on, Fallon.
Sorry, 13 and then 8, you
Yep.
said?
So that'd be 21.
Hey,
Yeah.
Vamp, there's no, like, you're on your character sheet and there's no rolls in the side, just so you know.
Oh, yeah.
Strength save?
Strength save, DC 20, yep.
Yeah, I passed it. That's 25.
Okay.
Nice.
So it
It
comes
almost
down and
very much was not, but it did land there.
it bites onto you and it's trying to pick you up and do the swallow maneuver again, but you fight it off.
Nice.
And then next up is Ramses.
Did you do the D4 for fire yet?
Oh no, I forgot about it again.
D4 for fire. Roll that up.
4 fire damage.
Noted.
That's really
How's it looking?
slowly.
It's not on its last legs yet, but it's well beyond bloodied.
If the
Um,
alchemist fire kills it, I will fucking lose my mind.
I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna Spirit Guardians. Just make sure. Here. I might have to go a little more. Spirit Guardians. He's gonna make a Wisdom 16 save. He's not very wise.
Not his best stat. Yeah, natural 1.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
Awesome.
He's gonna take 6. It's only 16 radiant damage.
16. Yeah, a couple more like that and he'd go down. Sasha's up.
It's going to be a crossbow attack again. So I assume if he goes into that room, he's going to get some kind of poison effect, right?
Pretty much says if you step off the ship. Yep.
Yeah, so that ain't happening.
Oh, I could actually be in that top spot.
Okay. Not that you
18 to
needed
hit.
to worry about the disadvantage because it wasn't an attack roll.
Oh, that's true.
Whoa. And 23 plus 25 points of damage.
Oh, okay. Now he's like, yeah, okay. Do that again. Just hit again, really.
He goes, "Why
Just
don't
hit
you
again.
die,
I
you
love the
miserable
sound of that.
creature?" All right.
Any more damage you can do?
Oh no, he's
Okay.
he can't close within melee
What does
range.
Hero's
So.
Mantle do? It adds
What?
4 to your hit.
The Crusader's Mantle. Hold on
Yeah.
a second. I
Can
Holy
you roll that?
Radiate. It's in the chat.
Yeah.
Holy Radiate power radiates from you 30 foot. Adds 1d4 radiant.
Damage?
Yes.
So does it just do it to you, or does it do it to
To
the
everybody.
Spirit Guardians too?
When you hit with
No,
it's
an
just with
attack.
weapon attack. Has to be
That's
a
weapon
weapon
attack.
attack.
Okay.
Shabakka's up.
Can't find my creature type in there, but I should be taking up.
You gonna choke him
9
out?
spaces. Yeah, I'm gonna, I guess, go into his square and try and do the constrict.
Okay. And now, can you do that against somebody who's larger?
Huge.
I'm
Yeah.
huge and he's large, so.
A giant snake is huge?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Giant
Okay.
constrictor snake.
Yeah, and he is huge as well. He's not
Oh.
large.
Okay, yeah, so then we're the same size. Okay. But still, yeah, I can do that. On a
Wow,
same
okay.
size
Then
creature.
you're not the right size token.
No. I added it
Really?
to my list of tokens,
Open
but it won't
up.
show it in here.
It's a matter of scale.
And I don't have another
Get it,
huge
snake.
one.
Yeah, okay, so...
Oh, there we go.
Then he's probably going to have to have vomited you out over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a giant pile of cat yak on the ground.
Yep.
Alright, so yeah, I just rolled.
Just put your giant elk. It's huge.
Wow.
He's got one now. D20. Add 6 to this. So yeah, that should hit. 25. And then
This is going to do it.
He is.
Roll it up and don't suck too bad.
Where is the stat? He is gonna take 2d8 plus 4 and is grappled. Escape DC 16. And then is restrained. Back to here. So, what did I say? 2d8?
Just roll the damage, yeah.
I think I said 2d8. Roll dice. 2d8.
You did not suck too bad. There you go.
9 plus 4.
You
13.
wrap around his body, and as you squeeze, his neck and his eyes start bulging, and It's clear he's having trouble. And finally, the net collapses onto the floor with a thump. And that's it. He's down.
We'll see who eats
Right.
who. Oh, wait.
We have to harvest what we need from this creature.
The lodestone is still pointing at him.
Yuck. All
So,
right.
Did you see anything in there?
Did I?
You did not.
I was blinded.
Right.
So.
Well, let's gut this thing.
Although, when he threw up, if you had rolled the 4 or above, the stone would have landed beside you.
That's hilarious.
Well,
Alright,
I guess we're cutting this thing open.
I'll slither back in and see if I can find it.
Oh,
Oh.
That's fucking so gross.
Someone's
Yeah.
gotta do it.
That,
Can you cut it open? Because that's so nasty.
He's in there now.
He's in there now.
Ew.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot of rummaging, actually. It's in his first stomach, and yeah, you just thrash around a bit. You can't see, but thrash around a bit, and you clump into something that's solid.
Bite
And,
onto it and pull back.
Grab hold of it and pull it back, and you have a piece of the rod of 7 parts.
Awesome.
And it's fucking gross. And
It is very
I'm
gross.
trying to need to rinse it off.
It is
Yeah,
dripping
we're gonna
with
need to
goo.
clean that.
Everyone's giving you the evil eye when you come back out.
Yeah, you stink, dude.
And
I mean,
if
Fallon
it-
doesn't care necessarily. I think it's gross.
If a snake could shrug, he shrugs.
It's like Christopher Walken in The Watch from Pulp Fiction.
Put it in the only place I could. Up my ass.
And so, yes, congratulations, you have recovered the piece, the goal.
Nice.
The picture that Carl posted too.
Oh,
And I
I'm gonna
do
have to
believe
open it.
we'll actually call it there. And we'll take it up again next week.
Oh, jeez.
On that note.
Yeah, on that note.
Yeah,
On
no
that
fucking
note.
kidding.
Boy, I'm glad I ate those croissants earlier.
Right? Yeah.
Fun stuff. I almost died in that battle. That was brutal.
That happens.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a good place to die either, in the
No.
stomach of one of
No.
these things. Yeah.
I got down to 9 hit points, and then luckily was able to.
I'm not gross enough to look for it.
Luckily, I saved that heal spell because that brought me up 70.
Yikes, though.
Yep.
That would have been bad. Oh, another thing I could have turned into would have been a fire elemental. Oh no, I
Oh,
couldn't.
that
I
would've
couldn't,
been
there.
I couldn't because I had used up one. You need both of your wild shapes for that.
Mm.
That would have been funny though.
Indigestion.
Indigestion.
Heartburn.
That's
That
a
was
a little bit too
spicy
spicy.
meatball.
Oh, congratulations, team. Well done.
Yay, we did it.
Got her dead.
Gosh.
Does anybody have anything creative or interesting that they want to do on the way out of here, or is it basically the plan now to kind of wrap everything up and head out?
Yeah, I think the
Help
plan
all
is
the
to.
people to get to the Mordekainen's mansion and get
Are
dropped
you gonna
off
stab the
somewhere
heart real
safe.
good? You gonna stab the
Right.
heart real good,
Oh,
Fallon?
is the heart still beating?
With the death of the hurtlog, it actually starts to diminish.
So it wasn't necessarily
was
beating,
keeping
it was-
alive.
Something like that.
Search it
Actually,
for.
what you guys
any-
don't know is that in all of our hearts we have a little creature, and that's what keeps us alive. Weird little demon
My
creature,
heartworm.
dinosaur creature.
Yeah, we got rid of the heartworms.
So what am I hearing that I should cut off another head and I should get it mounted again, make them wait 30 years? And
Yeah, there you go.
Collection.
I mean, we do have to drop the bottle back off at the yawning portal.
we could get another weird. Every time I just get another weird head for each one. I have to bring something back, and now it's
Yeah.
this thing.
Oh, watch, it'll be like the Easter Bunny next.
Oh, if
Yeah.
I'd known
gonna
you wanted
be-
to keep it, I wouldn't have gone back in.
Durnan is like definitely a fan of these things. They do bring in customers.
So yeah, fuck it.
There you
Awesome.
go.
Okay. Head recovery. Sounds good. So then I think what we'll do is we'll kind of off screen most of that stuff, and we'll
course.
begin next time with the shattered characters and what they've been up to during
Okay,
this little escapade.
I do have a question, logistical question.
Mm-hmm.
How are we gonna?
Hmm?
Sorry.
It
How
didn't
are
sound
we
like a
gonna get all
question.
those
It sounded
people?
like a yawn.
Well,
Yeah,
I had
well,
I
listen.
had ideas for that.
No Spanish.
I was
So,
trying to ask, how are we going to get everybody
all the people back.
to Mordekainen's?
Well,
don't.
we have
So
we
the
have
way
the
that
boat.
That's a
we
good
got
conversation.
here,
We got a
the
boat.
way that we
and we got
got
a flying
here
guy.
Yeah.
was by rowboat, right?
Yeah.
So what if we take all of the barrels that are still intact and use like the doors and whatever else and create a makeshift raft and then have Shabakka pull everybody back?
Like a catamaran kind of thing, or
Yeah.
Sounds good.
for a
It's not
pontoon
like we
boat.
don't have an entire crew of sailors that know knots,
Oh, they
They
can
know
tie.
not. They know not.
right?
They know not
They know
what
not.
they do.
But yeah, we basically lashed together a raft, and because there's tons of barrels between here and the other ship, and yeah, we just have Shabakka whale us back.
Is there a
You'd need some
lifeboat?
strategy to avoid rip sharks.
Death them. Kill
How
them.
about flying?
Flying would do it.
I
Also, like killing them is an option.
because that was Fallon's also first thought.
Killing them is definitely an
Kill 'em.
option.
Kill them.
I mean,
Are we still?
I
Are
can
we
go
still
giant
hard?
eagle for 5 hours, and then that should be enough to take them back and forth.
Hey, I guess you could just go back and forth with a giant
Yeah.
eagle. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, yeah, let's do that route. That sounds safe.
Sure.
Okay.
Or we could throw through the crew members that we don't like over for the rip sharks, and then just go with it.
There you go.
That would do it. Yep.
Yeah. Bait. I like that.
Ramses could never do that.
Okay. Sounds good. Then
But
yeah,
Alan,
we'll reconvene
Oh,
next time to see what Shatterforce has come up with regarding Terramini Night's Edge and the others in their investigations.
Cool.
right.
Thanks all.
Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
And thanks for those watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Cool.
Bye-bye.
Bye.